#1 fishing port in America, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Welcome to the Paul Santos Live Show. Here's some noise. Tonight's guests are awesome musician Paul Alexander Williams, hilarious comedian Lauren Sims, from podcast Santos on Sports, Chris Santos, plus Artie DeMello and Ronnie C., the PSL Band. And me, I'm Joanna Raposa, the comedy director. And now, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm welcome to the host of our show, Paul Santos.
Welcome to the Paul Santos Live Show. Are you feeling good tonight? Hot crowd, I'll tell you, hot crowd. Well, you've come to the right place. This is the place where we highlight the talented, the interesting, and the entertaining from our area. If you're watching on ABC 6 in Providence, I have one thing to say. Good Sunday morning to you. Hope you're having a great weekend. And if you're watching on Channel 95, good evening. If you're watching our live stream, you can actually type something out to us. Say hello. Say Artie, what's going on? Say, Joanna, what's going on? Let us know where you're watching from, and we'll type something right back to you. That's called being an interactive audience, right? Yeah, that's what that is. Well, anyway, we have a great show lined up, but first, let's get caught up in some news, all right? Now, I don't know, did anybody see the Grammys last night? Yeah. Well, something a little strange happened to the Grammys last night. Not who won, but Kanye West's wife, Bianca, showed up wearing the naked dress. You could see right through it. It's just like she was standing there naked. I mean, she had the stilettos on and everything, but, you know, she was standing there naked. I couldn't believe it. What was that? Come on. Where's the class? Where's the dignity? I mean, she was topless. She was bottomless. Apparently brainless. I heard of going a cappella, but that was too much pella without aka. Do you know Joanna? She can't sing a lick, but she still won an award anyway. Did you know that? Yeah. Best pop duo.
I got that.
Gonna let that one simmer for a little bit. Hey, let's talk a little science. You want to talk a little science?
Love science.
Well, you know, there is an ear muscle deep inside the ear. That's why it's an ear muscle. That doctors thought humans didn't use, and it activates during very focused listening. My wife said, "Hey, Paul, turn that on now. I'm about to speak." You know, sometimes the husband's not listening that good. Does that happen with you?
What?
The husband doesn't listen. The wife doesn't listen either, huh?
Correct.
Kind of works both ways. You know, my wife and I have a really good time watching Jeopardy. Ever watch Jeopardy at night?
We watch it a lot. Yeah.
I mean, we can't really get a lot of the answers, but I really enjoy watching Jeopardy. So somebody might say, "Gee, really? Is that a lot of fun watching Jeopardy with your wife?" I'm like, "Well, it could be worse." A friend of mine watches Wheel of Fortune, and it's absolutely miserable. I asked him one day, I said, "How is it watching Wheel of Fortune with your wife?" He said, "Well, they asked if you want to buy a vowel." I said, "No, I want to buy a word in edgewise." You know, one of those wives that, you know what I'm saying, Frank? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, one of those wives, yeah, never mind. One of those rare, no, never mind, sorry about that. Well, anyway, my wife's usually trying to help me out. I have to say that, true. By the way, she's here, ladies and gentlemen, Santos. The beautiful woman sitting in the corner over there. Well, she's always trying to help me. I mean, one day she was walking by my work area. She seems to think that I don't stay on top of stuff. So she's walking by my work area, and she says, "Hey, you know, I think your laptop screen is cracked." And I said, "What? Yeah, your laptop screen is cracked." I'm like, no, that's a cobweb. You know how every day there's a day for something? There's National this day, National that day. You know what we have here now? National No Bra Day. Imagine that. No bra. National No Bra Day. You didn't know about that one, huh?
I did not.
Yeah. Geez, I was thinking to myself, what's Bill Belichick going to do? You ever see the man boobs on that guy? It's like, do your job. I'll tell you, do your job. How about Crazy Casey? Can we hear it for Crazy Casey right here? There he is. Crazy Casey thinks we should have a no shorts day. So I said to him, I'm like, "Casey, that's not legal." He said, "Why not? I want to show my nuts free and clear." All right, let's talk a little. Let's talk a little health. You know, people like us, we got to try to stay healthy, especially on the back nine and everything. You know. Are you on the back nine? Well, anyway, I was reading something, right, and it sounded kind of strange too. Like flossing your teeth cuts the chance of you getting a stroke by 44%. I'm like, well, what does that have to do with getting a stroke? Well, it turns out that oral infections are linked to inflammation that can cause all kinds of problems. Wait a minute. Did I say oral infections? Wait a minute, that reminds me of something. Oral infections. It reminds me of one of Artie's ex-girlfriends. Gingivitis. She was full of arthritis. No, sorry. Always gumming up the works, you know. Problem with her was like, hanging out with her was like getting a root canal. But she did have quite a oral cavity. And how about those molars? I tell you, whoa. She used to brush her teeth with Arm & Hammer. Yeah, Artie said, you got the arm, I got the hammer. You know, we have Chris Santos from Santos on Sports here tonight. Can we have a hand for Chris Santos? Very knowledgeable sports guy. He has the show Santos on Sports, our fun podcast. Well, I have to tell you, because he's here, I wanted to make sure I got a sports story in. And one of the things about sports is they're just paying like these ridiculous, enormous, ginormous contracts to these athletes. It's ridiculous. Now, a few months back, right, New York Mets signed Juan Soto to a 15-year, $765 million contract. Can you imagine that? And on top of that, the Mets had to agree that instead of running the bases, he gets the Uber. Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Talk about stealing, huh? You know, I heard that his batting practice skills are really good. He was teaching his girlfriend batting practice. Yeah, he was teaching his girlfriend batting practice. He said to the girlfriend, hey, you want to learn some batting practice? She said, yeah, but there's a problem. The bat's a little bit too long. Can I choke up on it? He said, that's fine. Looks like I just made it to first base. Now I know the kind of crowd we get here. Who's your southpaw now? How about the high hard one right down the pipe? All right, let's talk science. You want to talk science?
I love science.
All right, well, you know, NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, they want to bring rock samples from Mars back to Earth. Problem is, you haven't got the stones. Speaking of not having the stones, that reminds me of one of Joanna's ex-boyfriends. Yeah, you remember that guy? You didn't have any stones. Edgar Enos from the planet Venus. He had a small personality. He didn't have any backbone. He didn't have any front bone either. He was a lot like Crazy Casey. The only big thing he brought to the table was a pacemaker. You know, you see me taking a shot at Casey. Casey kicks me around like a rag doll at the end of the 2 weeks. So I got to get my shots in now, Ronnie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Look out for that.
All right. Well, you know, we're on a roll here. Can't you just feel it in the audience here? Sure. We're kind of on a roll. We got the momentum and everything. Yes. I'm really sorry to tell you this, Ronnie. I'm really sorry to tell you this. It comes up quick, very sad part of the show. I am now going to have to deliver the final joke of the night.
What? Oh, boy. What? Do the final joke.
There you go. There it is. Well, all right. We'll put you out of your misery here. The UMass Dartmouth Police Department have a new dog by the name of Bella. And I'm not kidding. They swore Bella in, right? They put up her little paw like that, and they swore her in. It was really cool, you know. Well, you know they have the I-Team. Channel 5 has the I-Team. Well, we here at the Paul Santos Live Show, we have the P-Team. We penetrate right in there. We're rock solid. We get right in there and we find out what's going on. Well, it turns out that this Bella, this new dog, very frisky, and she speaks. She got excited when she met Cooper. Now, you know who Cooper is? Cooper is the police dog that was already there, and they really hit it off. Bella said, I can't wait to execute my first search warrant. Cooper said, how are you going to do that? She said, doggy style. You know, dogs have to be rewarded. You know how we have to train our dogs? Well, dogs reward each other, too. Yeah, they will reward each other. Bella asked Cooper, if I make an arrest, can I get a bone? Cooper said, you ever seen a canine? How about being a lap dog? Oh! Only if I get to use my doggy cuffs. Now, you're probably thinking Cooper's a little on the creeper side, but that's not really true. He was in a very bad previous relationship. A basset hound wouldn't shut up. That's everybody feeling good tonight or what?
Final Joe.
All right. Glad that's over. We always like to start out slow and then work our way up the ladder. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the guy who puts up the lights, the camera, the action, award-winning film documentarian from Bristol County Media, Mr. Aaron Cadju.
Paul, did you see that they let Will Smith be featured on the Grammys last night? That is a slap in the face to that event.
All right, well, we have a great show for you tonight. We have some terrific guests. We have Paul Alexander Williams, a fantastic singer. You're absolutely going to love him. We have Lauren Sims, a hilarious comic. And we're starting out with sports because the Super Bowl is coming up Sunday, and we want to get a prediction out of our good friend Chris Santos. Stay with us. It's the Paul Santos Live Show. We'll be right back after these messages. But in the meantime, say hello to Ronnie C., Artie D. It's the PSL Band. Here they are. Got a couple of shout-outs tonight. Alex Mann looking in tonight. Ian Abreu from the New Bedford City Council. Thanks for looking in. Michael Concesio, Mikey Kahn. Yeah, always enjoy having Mikey Kahn look in. Mike Belair from Florida. Thanks a lot, Michael. He'll be on the show anytime he wants, anytime he comes to New Bedford. Carolyn Como is looking in. Mark J. Santos is looking in. Hey, thank you very much, Mark. Carolyn Knight Feast Fentabin is looking in tonight. Dylan Santos, my son from Boston, thanks. It's his birthday today, my son Dylan, 33, I can't believe it. And Lisa Corrido looking in tonight. Thank you so much with the Paul Santos Live Show. And how about those guys, Ronnie C. and Artie DeMello, the PSL Band? Let's hear it for those guys.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Ronnie, I like the hat. You have a good array of hats, you know. I think it really...
This one here came from the 20s, from the Untouchables.
Oh, the Untouchable, yeah.
Elliot Ness.
Elliot Ness.
Yeah, he was my grandfather. from another father.
I thought he was the guy that Elliot Ness went after. That's what I thought was the other way around. Well, you know, coming up this Sunday is the Super Bowl, and I'll tell you, it's going to be a very interesting Super Bowl this year. And I thought for sure that this guy right here would be the guy to have on the show because he's very knowledgeable in sports. He's my partner in a fun podcast that we have on New Bedford Guide and on Santos on Sports channel, which is on Facebook and YouTube. Would you please say hello to Mr. Chris Santos? Did you survive the monologue, or?
I survived it just fine. And I thought it was pretty interesting, the city reaction of some of your comments, but what I expected.
Just kind of threw it out there, you know,
just
see what things. But anyway.
It's a little bit different when we're on the show, believe me. But he comes up with a couple of jokes along the way there during our podcast, too.
Well, we have a fun podcast. It's called Santos on Sports. We have a lot of people that have been following it, and they call in, and we just have such a great time. And, of course, the Super Bowl, probably the biggest sports event of the year. And it's interesting because the Kansas City Chiefs have a chance to win their third consecutive Super Bowl, which has never been done before. And I got to tell you, I'm a Patriots fan, but my Patriot brothers and sisters are getting a little nervous about this. They don't want to see the Chiefs win 3 in a row.
No, not at all. And around here, obviously, being local area, New England, there's a lot of Philadelphia fans, which, you know, Philadelphia has beaten the Patriots in the past as well. So it's a little bit tough around this area come this Sunday. So should be a good one. Looking forward to it. Should be a great game as it was 2 years ago.
By the way, before you make your prediction, would you tell the kind folks here who your team is?
Well, hey.
It's not the Patriots.
No, it's not the Patriots. I grew up, obviously, I'm from Dartmouth, but I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Always has been. And
that got the same reaction my monologue got.
Well, some did, some don't. But so that's what I grew up with, and watching them on TV. They were America's team then, and to me, they're still that. So I follow them to the end. But they're not in it, obviously, this year. So NFC East is representative, though, with the Philadelphia Eagles. So I expect a great game.
Well, you're really loyal to your team. I will say that you fell in love with the Dallas Cowboys as a kid. They won a couple Super Bowls, and you stick with them through thick and thin. So I think that's really good.
Well, yeah, and believe me, I get a lot of heat around here from the New England fans about that team. So, I take it with a grain of salt and just say there's always next year, and hopefully next year will be a good year for us.
You know what I think rubs some people the wrong way is that whole America's team thing. It came across kind of arrogant. I'm like, what are you calling yourself America's team for? Like, you can't say you're America's team, can you?
No, probably not. But at the time, that was the team that was mostly watched,
Right.
on TV.
Yeah.
So that's why they were called America's team. And then they had their winning seasons way back when. And then obviously New England came around. They had their great century of runs. So everybody said, "Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a look at these 20 years that we had. Maybe we can be now America's team." So.
All right, well, let's get down to it. Philadelphia versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Is Philadelphia going to be able to knock off the Chiefs, or are the Chiefs going to be able to three-peat?
Should we ask the audience? Because who here likes the Eagles this week? Who's Eagles fans? All right, we got. How about KC? Oh, so we got more Kansas City, and then the Eagles.
Yeah, I think there were more Philadelphia, right?
More Philadelphia. Yes, I'm sorry.
Right.
So
That's
that's
because
interesting.
people don't want the Chiefs to win. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
probably not.
It's a tough call, but what do you think? Do you have a
No, so
feeling one way or the
so
other?
what I think is, 2 years ago, I thought Philadelphia was the better team, and I thought they should have won the game, and they lost 38-35. In the next 2 years, they picked up Saquon Barkley. Their offensive line got better. Their defensive line got better, and I think they're as solid as they can be. But there's something about this Kansas City team, and I still can't figure it out. They've won games this year. You just scratch your head and say, how do they do it? How do they get it done? I think Andy Reid, Spagnuolo, the referees. I don't care how it gets done, but this team finds a way to win. And I absolutely think they will do it again.
Wow,
They
how
will
about
find
that?
a way
Ooh.
to get it done. I think it will be close. Kansas City's games have all been close. But somehow, some way, even when you thought Josh Allen might be better, he can't get that extra yard that he normally gets. For some reason, he couldn't do it against Kansas City. Things like that. I just think it backfires against the Eagles somehow, some way. And Kansas City actually three-peats and holds on and
Wow.
wins in a close one.
Well, it's interesting because
So right now, Kansas City's a 1.5-point favorite and 49.5 on the total. So I'm liking Kansas City, and I'm actually liking the over. That's the way I'm feeling about the game.
Yeah, well, I'm watching the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm like, they're a tough team. I mean, they're the offensive line, that big quarterback and everything. So, obviously the game go either way. But you're right, you have to beat the champs. Somebody has to beat the champs. So until somebody beats the champs, they have that it factor, too. You're right, they have the it factor. Some people think the officials are giving them a call here or there. I think it's just the Patriot fans don't like the fact that they're good. And I'm a Patriot fan, but I'm not one of those Patriot fans that's rooting against Mahomes. I like Kansas City,
How soon people forget when the calls used to go in a certain team's way for 20 years worth. So, it's going this way for Kansas City. I think it continues. They have that little edge. And, of course, if it comes down in the end, I'll trust Mahomes a little bit more than I'll trust Jalen Hurts
All right.
to get the job done. So my prediction is KC and the over.
All right, KC, that's right. Yeah, because you see that kind of mixed reaction. Well, we're having a lot of fun doing the podcast. Check it out, Santos on Sports, New Bedford Guide, Santos on Sports Facebook page, YouTube channel, and give us a call. In fact, one of our regular callers is here. Ryan from Rochester is in the house. So he calls all the time. He's probably our top caller. And people call, we joke around, we laugh. It's so much fun, and I've had a great time working with you.
Yeah, it's a great show. I filled in for Paul's son when he moved and couldn't do it anymore, and I've been going on ever since, and it's just like having another son. Isn't Paul for you? So with another last name, Santos.
Yeah, right.
you
We just
feel
happen to
right
have the
on.
same name.
Yeah,
Feels like I saw your brother the other day. I'm like, no, Chris is not. We're not related, as far as we know.
No.
Maybe
No,
if we
no.
went back through the genealogy, we'd find out that we're
Maybe.
related.
You never know. But it's been a special show, a special time. Please tune in or, comment on our chat line as well. We have a lot of fun with people doing that as well. And it's been a great job with Paul leading the way.
All right, well, thank you very much. Chris Santos from Santos on Sports. He likes Kansas City. What do you think? Kansas City, here we come. I don't know. All right, stand by. We have music coming up next from Paul Alexander Williams. You're watching the Paul Santos Live Show. Please stay where you are. Shout out to my good friend Stephen Ferrera looking in from Florida. Coming up Tuesday, March 11th is New Bedford Day. We're working on that committee for New Bedford Day. If you have a chance to go down to Florida, the second Tuesday of the month, March 11th. And all of the New Bedford people from Florida get together. We hang out and exchange notes. So New Bedford Day. And if you want to get more information about that, go to the Facebook page, which is New Bedford Nights in Florida. New Bedford Nights in Florida Facebook page. How about a hand for the PSL band again right there? There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our musical guest. Here's a gentleman that has a great deal of talent. He has a lot of experience in the music field, and he hails from the great city of Providence, Rhode Island. Would you please welcome Paul Alexander Williams?
Unchain my heart,
Yeah.
baby, set me free. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't care about me. And you let my love go to waste. So unchain my heart, baby, set me free. Got me under your spell, like a man in a trance. And you know darn well that I don't stand a chance. Unchain my heart, baby, let me go. Unchain my heart, 'cause you don't love me no more. Every time I call you on the phone, some fella tells me that you're not at home. So unchain my heart, baby, let me free. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. I feel like I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand. I get misty just holding your hand. Walk my way, and 1,000 violins begin to play. It might be the sound of your hello, that music I hear, I get misty the moment you're near. I got a sweet little angel, and I love the way she spreads her wings. Got a sweet little angel, and I love the way she spreads her wings. spreads her wings around me, I find joy in everything. If my baby ever quit me, well, I do believe I would die. If my baby ever quit me, well, I do believe I would die. If you don't love me, angel, won't you please tell me why? I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees envy me. I've got a sweeter song than the birds in the tree. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl. My girl. Thank you.
All right, Paul Alexander Williams. Wow, what a nice medley. Here we're going to learn a little bit about Paul.
All right.
Hails from the great city of Providence, Rhode Island, right?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, great, great. So tell me about your musical career. I know you've got a lot of experience in the bank, right?
Well, I really do. And it's very interesting. I started playing guitar when I was 15 because I caught chicken pox. and,
Wait a minute. What does that have to do with anything?
well, the thing is, I'd always wanted to be a bass guitar player, but a friend of mine, community activist in South Providence at the time, gave me a guitar. And I didn't want a guitar, but you know, I thanked him and I took it home and I put it in the corner of my room. And when I caught the chicken pox, I was confined to my room and I was just like bored out of my mind, and I just picked up the guitar and started playing it and never quit.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
you owe all of this to the chicken pox.
To the chicken pox.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
So you spent pretty much your whole life like playing out in gigs and bands and all that kind of stuff, right?
Pretty much. I did my first live performances, professional, actually getting paid for it, when I was 19, playing in an R&B dance band. And a couple of years later on, I left that and I played in a jazz band with a man by the name of Richard Lee, who came here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and was actually a mentor to George Benson.
Wow.
And he taught me how to play jazz. And it's funny because I showed up to a jazz audition with a Fender Stratocaster guitar, which is like a rock and roll guitar. But they took me under their wing and they let me into the band, and it was a lot of fun. And from there, I ended up playing some gospel music. And actually, the very last genre of music that I learned how to play was the blues.
Nice. Well, the blues is great because it has a certain feel to it, a lot of passion. You can sing right from the heart. And so the blues is really a great genre.
It's an amazing, internationally accepted art form. And, as a guitarist, it gives me a lot of freedom.
Now, I know you had another career besides singing, right?
Yes, I did.
What was it?
I'm happy to say that I retired from the Rhode Island Department of Transportation as an engineering technician.
Engineering technician. Wow. So what did you work on?
We worked on bridges. The team that I worked on, great bunch of guys too. We renovated, demolished, and built bridges from the ground up. Here in the state of, there in the state of Rhode Island.
Well, I hate to bring this up, but
I know.
they're having some trouble with the bridge. You know, the Washington Bridge. Have you heard about that?
I have heard about that, and what I can tell you is that all of the bridges that I was, privileged to work with on a great team, I gotta add, are still in excellent condition.
They're still in good condition. Well, do you ever think about coming out of retirement?
No.
Because that Washington Bridge, I don't know, it feels like it's going to take forever.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see.
What do you think went wrong there?
I have no idea whatsoever.
Are you sure? You probably have a few ideas, but you don't want to say it, right?
I have no idea whatsoever. The only projects that I ever really had any interest in terms of comments and folks coming up to me were the projects that I was on. I mean, if I'm not on the project, I don't know what's going on.
Well, that's good. Actually, you're reserving your comments if you have the information. Otherwise, we'll have a comment, right? That's good. I like that.
Yep. So, hopefully, sooner or later, we'll get a new bridge.
Well, you may get a call, right? You may get a call from the governor, like, "Hey, Paul Alexander Williams, we need some help with this bridge." You know what I'm saying? Like, in between gigs, not going to happen, huh?
I don't think so.
You're really enjoying, since you retired, now you can just focus on the music, right?
Retirement has been very, very good to me. I was blessed to be able to retire in 2018, and life has been good.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. All right, so you have another song ready to go for us tonight?
I do.
All right, you want to head back over, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for Paul to get set up. I'd like to say a couple of hellos here. Let's see. Norman Gray is looking in tonight. Thank you so much. Anne-Marie Baptista watches every single week. We really appreciate it. And Amanda Vera. Thank you very much, Amanda, for watching in here on the Paul Santos Live Show. Well, this gentleman, he sang a medley before, but I think he's doing a solo song over here at this time. Is that right, or you're doing another medley?
I'm not going to do another medley. Actually, this song, if folks want to, in between bites, they can sing along.
All right, I like it.
Mustang Sally. Gonna have to slow your Mustang down. Mustang Sally. Gonna have to slow your Mustang down. Well, you've been riding all over this town, girl. Gonna have to put your flat feet on the ground. I bought you a brand new Mustang back in 1965. Now you're coming round, signifying woman, and you don't wanna let me ride. Mustang Sally. Gonna have to slow your Mustang down. Well, you've been riding all over this town, girl. Gonna have to put your flat feet on the ground. Yeah.
Paul Alexander Williams. Right back with comedy. You're watching the Paul Santos Live Show. We'll be right back. Once again, here's Artie D and Ronnie C and the PSL Band. We'll be right back. Our comedy director, Joanna Raposa.
Hey! How are ya? How are ya? Why are they still playing?
So what's going on, Joanna?
What's going on? Well, this is our last show before Valentine's Day, right? So I've been thinking about Valentine's Day. I've been thinking and I've been thinking.
You've been thinking about it?
I've been thinking about it a lot. So anyways, yeah, I mean, I've been married a really long time. And I don't want to, presume to give anybody any unsolicited advice, but just based on my own personal experience.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Let me just think about what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, this is the thing. I've been with someone for a very long time, and I just found out, don't say that you picked them, but say you chose them, because then they can feel like they're the chosen one, as opposed to, a piece of fruit. Or that, too. That's not fruit, Casey. Didn't your mommy tell you that? It used to be. When times get hard. I mean, I never mind if somebody says I have nice casabas or anything, but it's just not the same. But
Well,
at any rate.
we have a great comedian here tonight.
We do.
And, one of the great feelings and features about working with Joanna, you get some great comics. And we got a good one here tonight. Would you please say hello to Lauren Sims?
Thank you so much. Mikey Beast, how are we tonight? There we go. Did we all just survive the longest January on record? Thank God. The only good thing is now that we're in February, we're getting closer to my birthday.
Oh.
Come on, give it up for the old broad. Come on now. I'll be turning 54 this year.
Oh.
I'm going to need a moment. I just said that out loud for the first time. Whoa, that's a new one. Also a proud member of Generation X. Exactly. I mean, we're either being picked on, put down by another generation. I mean, I know we weren't the greatest generation. We weren't storming the beaches at Normandy. But I am pretty darn sure we were the last generation to be given a house key at the age of 8. And our moms and dads said the same thing to us every time as they were walking out the door for their night on the town, which I now believe is a felony in most states. Honey, please, try not to kill your little brother tonight. Okay? There we go. Sweetheart, listen to Mama. Please, try not to set the house on fire. We don't want the nice firemen to come visit again. Now, can one of you please take out the Swanson TV dinners out of the oven in around 10 minutes? Good, wonderful. See you later. Bye-bye. And we did. And then you wonder why most of Gen X is in therapy now. There you go. Now, honestly, I do not mind getting older. It's a fact of life. I am fine. But things change as you get older. Something simple like clothes shopping. Back in the day, all I cared about were the girls gonna look okay in whatever I bought. Now, I have 3 criteria for clothes shopping. Does it come in black? Does it have pockets? Can it double as pajamas? There you go. But you know what? This is what drives me crazy. Do you know who loves to make you feel older than you are? The internet. Instagram, for example. I was on there the other day going through reels at 2 o'clock in the morning because I'm perimenopausal, so hey, I'm up. One of the reels was, you know how you can be standing and you cross your ankles and you go down, you sit and you come back up? Well, now what they're saying is how well you go down and come back up tells you how well you're aging. I did not know this. Apparently, I died last Tuesday. Facebook. God love them. Facebook always sends you pages you might be interested in. So they sent me one. And I clicked on it, and I'm like, hey, this is great. They're playing music videos. Do we all remember music videos? There we go. I mean, they were playing Van Halen, and I'm like, yes, this is good. I think I'm going to go like this page. And then I saw the name of the page. Oldies 911. Yes, I need 911 when I find out that Van Halen is an oldies band. Who remembers 16 Candles? Gen X girl, her first rom-com. That movie is now 40 years old. Yeah. Guess what? Jake Ryan, who we all loved, he just turned 65. And you know what? I just saw a picture of him recently. You know what? I'd still bang him. Yeah. Yeah, let's go for it. Why not? I turned into my Nana last week. I started a conversation with, did you hear who died? I now carry butterscotch candies and a rain bonnet in my purse. I now watch Columbo in the morning with my dog. And I have said out loud to her, ooh, this is a good episode. But I think the worst thing was, last year I had my first senior moment. I was home. I had the windows open. I was at the computer, and I heard this noise coming up the street. And of course, it was the local high school kids that were getting out of school. And of course, I'd stop in front of my house for their vaping session and Mensa meeting. And then it happened. I leaned back in my chair, and I heard the words come out of my mouth. Get off my lawn! And I realized in that moment, the kids are too loud. I don't like driving at night. And you know what? 4:30 isn't too early for dinner. Mikey B, thank you so much. That's my time. Thank you.
Lauren Sims. Well, it's great to meet you, Lauren.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's nice to see you. Well,
thank
I got to tell you, that's some good stuff over there, some
Why,
fresh
thank
stuff.
you.
Yeah. Where do you come up with your material?
Life.
Yeah, that's true.
Life just keeps giving me these wonderful things. And I got, you know what? I should write this down. So I do.
So what's going on with you in your life? You're doing a lot of gigs and...
Yes, I actually have a great gig coming up, along with Miss Joanna Raposa. Next week, we are going to be at the Irish Boston Brewing Company
Nice.
in Norwood, Massachusetts, we're doing the anti-Valentine's Day show.
Anti-Valentine's.
Yes, and we are almost sold out, so get your tickets, alexmancomedy.com.
All right, sounds good. So Valentine's Day, anti-Valentine's Day, what does that mean exactly?
Well, we're going to go to the dark side. Yeah, we're not going to be all, chocolates and flowers and stuff. We're gonna take it to the dark side, I think. You'll have to come out and see it.
Don't you believe in love?
Yes, sometimes. And then there are times when it's like, you know what? I'll stay single. Thank you so much.
So the comedy thing, is this something that you started later in life, or have you been doing
Yes.
this all the time? Yeah, how long ago?
I didn't start comedy till 2019. I was 48.
Yeah.
Yes, proud to say it.
Yeah. It's nice when you can start something later on that you always wanted
It's
to do.
crazy.
Isn't
It is.
Yeah,
It really
yeah.
and truly is. And I started this, it kind of was in my head when I started watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on TV. And you know who you remind me of now? No. This is good. Gordon Ford. And Gordon Ford was the one who gave Midge her moment. So maybe you'll be my Gordon Ford. You never know, people.
You never know.
It's New Bedford. Anything could happen.
Have you ever been to New Bedford before?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear
Yes.
that. You live in the Boston area, right?
I wish. I'm actually in Attleboro.
Attleboro, huh? No,
I'm in
we
the
love-
burbs.
We love Attleboro. Attleboro's great, We have viewers in Attleboro.
Hey, there you go. Glad you're all watching.
All right. Day job at all, or just doing the comedy?
Right now, I am a comedian at night and a mom by day.
Oh, that's nice. How many kids you got?
I have two,
Ah, nice. How old are they?
19 and 16.
Oh, the old teenage years, huh?
Yeah, just God bless me until they move.
No, you'll make it through there.
We're hoping. Yes.
There's a few bumps in the road, but in the end...
Just a
it will-
couple. Just a few. But it's fine. We're going to be great.
So it's you and the kids. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, the teenagers, they always come out with stuff that's, they say stuff that you're like, why are you saying that? You know what I mean? They always have this perspective that's different.
I have a whole different set I could have done with my kids. We try to keep it clean here on the Paul Santos show. So we'll save that for another time. But yeah, both of my girls are on the autism spectrum. So we're not only dealing with the crazy girl hormones and life in general, we're going to add that lovely candy coating of autism to the mix. And boy, it's fun. Yeah, it's good. We're
Well,
good.
Maybe you can come back down the road and do that set having to do with that topic. I think that'd be fun.
I'll clean it up for you. I promise.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Lauren Sims.
Thank you so much.
All right, so let's have Artie head over to the band. The band wants to play a song tonight. Hey, Ronnie C., what are you feeling tonight?
I don't know. I feel like I'm being on an island somewhere with some reggae guy down there. I don't know.
Reggae?
Yeah, some guy down
Really?
there.
I didn't know you did. You do reggae too? You do everything, right?
Well, yeah. Well, I wish we had a dance floor here so people could get up and boogie. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Ronnie C. does reggae. How about that? Ronnie C. and Artie D.
Cool
It's a
again.
PSL band. Here they go.
Little dancing, ooh la la la. Little dancing, ooh la la la. Let's go dancing, ooh la 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 la. Now I went down to the park. Yeah, everything was dark. Oh, see, all of a sudden, on came the lights. Yeah. And everything was feeling right. Jim Casey started dancing. He called you over to join in. He said, I see, don't you feel good, man? Come on, join the reggae jam. We're singing, ooh la la la. Come on, Jim. Let's go dancing, ooh la la la. Reggae dancing, ooh la la la, yeah. Let's go dancing, ooh la la la, la 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 la. I want to get to meet you. Come on, let's rig it down. Get better acquainted, yeah. So everything will be fine, baby. Hi, Jim. Howdy, Canelo. Take it home. Reggae dancing.
Hey, how about those guys? They're so bad.
Yes, Addie and Ronnie.
Mr. Jim Crazy,
Hi,
ladies and
Addie.
gentlemen.
Ladies and
Hi,
gentlemen.
Ronnie.
Hey, Jim.
I'm sorry to do this to you, but here's the closer, Crazy Casey.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Addie. Hi, Charisse.
Hey, you know, you're really doing it for me tonight, you know?
Oh yeah, really. I
Yeah,
didn't.
you know that leather. It's really.
Yeah, I almost didn't make it tonight. You know what? For the last week, I think I'm being followed.
By who?
Well, my car keeps coming on. It says caution, ice.
Oh, yeah, I saw that guy. Look out.
Could come after you too.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know where the hell they put me, but Guantanamo Bay's looking better than a nursing home at this stage of my life.
I didn't think you would be like a leather guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not leather. Hey, listen, you know what? My girlfriend gave me lychee nuts this week.
she gave you what?
Lychee nuts.
Lychee nuts.
Have you ever had lychee? I said lychee, not itchy.
Itchy? No, I've never had lychee nuts.
Anybody, dragon fruit. They used to serve them in Chinese restaurants. How many people here remember? How many people here have ever had lychee nuts? See that? And you're not even a guy.
I went to the doctor for it.
Oh, well, you go to the doctor you're the only guy that loves to pay copay. I think you enjoy it, especially the proctologist. You know, I was going to try to tone it down tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen. I've missed you a lot since I tried one of those online things people send me, do you have a girlfriend? I said, you kidding me? My girlfriends are in the wax museum. Well, what are you laughing
What do you mean
about?
your girlfriend's in a wax museum?
All of the girlfriends. I got my own museum.
So you treat these wax dummies as if they're your girlfriend?
No. I don't even visit them. They're just memories of the past. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, I'll tell you, because dating at my age is like trying to find a shopping cart at Walmart without a wobbly wheel. Yeah, it's why waste your time? You know, I'm serious. I'm very kind to all of those people. And you know, Paul's got a big following up at Metamucil Manor. And you know what I love about Metamucil Manor? At my age, they come and they go. You know, you never know who's going to be there. It depends on what day it is. But I'm glad to see you guys in good shape. I'm glad to see Artie still blowing his horn. I'm still blowing my nose. And I didn't pick you, and you didn't choose me, and I the hell don't know how this ever happened, but I'm going to tell you what. It will go down in the annals of wasted history.
You know, you're
Oh,
talking
well.
about dating, right? I would think that, you know, in the senior, you know, group, you know, they have different ages and all that. In the senior group, like, you'd be like a good catch.
The last time I got caught, it took me 3 days to get out of the net. You kidding me? Listen, I all of these people out here probably get a wrong impression of me. Good. And good night. And good riddance.
Well, if you're watching on ABC 6, stay tuned for the Catholic Mass right after this guy.
That's right. He puts me on for free. I take communion. I go to penance, and then I go and I wear an altar boy suit, and I serve communion at mass at 11 o'clock with Monsignor Cunha.
You might want to line up for confession. It might take a while.
Are you kidding me? If they get behind me, they'll die of starvation.
Ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Casey. All right. All right, well, that winds things down for tonight. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our guest. How about from Santos on Sports, Chris Santo? How about that hilarious comic, Lauren Sims? And a fantastic singer and entertainer from Providence, Rhode Island, Mr. Paul Alexander Williams. And, of course, our comedy director, Joanna Raposa. And Ronnie C., RDD, the PSO Band. If you're watching on Channel 95 or on the live stream, we're going to be off the next 2 weeks. We'll be back here at Mikey B's on February 28th. And when we come back 3 weeks from now, we have a terrific lineup. A great singer, Matt Levesque from ABC 6 in Providence, a person who we deal with to have the show on Channel 6, Mr. Jamal Harris. And we have a fantastic comedian by the name of Tim Lovett. If you're watching on ABC 6 in Providence, we're on every other Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. We're so happy to have you looking in on ABC 6. And if you're watching on ABC 6, as I said, stay tuned for the Catholic Mass. I'm Paul Santos for the Paul Santos Live Show. Thank you to our live studio audience. Don't forget to laugh. Have a great night, everybody.
Mr. Paul Santos, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give it up. He's the man.